And now for your weekly dose of metal. Here are your hosts, Morgan Danielle and Luco Blaze on The Metal Experience.
Woo! We just heard Dark Days by Still World off their brand new EP, A New Beginning, which is available now streaming on streaming sites, Morgan? What streaming sites?
Bandcamp, Spotify, Amazon, everything. And they actually were standing outside Bottom Lounge Friday after the Moss to Flame show, so that's how I found out about them.
Nice.
Street teaming in the cold.
Fucking A, Peter,
Way to go,
man.
guys.
And then we heard a Bury Your Past song, and that was Know Your Enemy off the brand new EP, Civil Disobedience. And that was released in September. Paulie B, not Paulie D, Paulie B, put a brand new review on that EP up on our website, themetalexperience.com. Check that out. That's under the reviews from the Crypt section. Whew, that was a lot.
Welcome back.
I'm ready for a nap. I am Luco Blaze with Morgan Danielle, and we're rocking out here at the back of Fitz's Spare Keys with the first time, the band Deville. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves and what you do in the band?
Well, I'll start it first. I'm Deontay. I play guitar.
My name's Alex, and I play drums.
I'm Nico. I do vocals.
My name is Anthony. I play guitar.
I'm Kev, and I play bass.
The Electric Triangle. I'm the Electric Triangleist. Well, fuck yeah! Give me the backstory. You know what? How do we come up with the name? Give me that first.
Well,
And give me any
Curious.
other ones that were some terrible names that you had in the runnings potentially.
honestly, as funny as it sounds, I was literally driving behind a Cadillac DeVille, and I liked the way the font looked, so I made a band called DeVille, and that's as simple as
Nice
that.
and easy. It was just that.
It was
There's
just
no
that.
other name ever. It was just always supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Nico here, we've been in and out of bands since high school with each other. We've always made music with each other, recordings and whatnot. And after several bands of being together, we finally stuck to one, DeVille.
Fuck yeah. So when did this creation take form? And you guys said you guys kind of all know each other from high school?
No, just me and Nico do.
Okay.
Yeah, I randomly, one day, he hit me up on Facebook, Alex, and he's like, hey, I know you were in, this one band. I know you play guitar. You want to come, try shredding with me and see if something happens? And, went over there. He showed me some riffs. Went over them with our old guitarist, actually, Arthur. And then, so we run over those a couple of times, and then next thing I know, it's week and week after week, still playing. I'm going over there, and then he's like, hey, do you want to make this official and join the band? And I was like, hell yeah, let's do it.
I've been coming over for 3 months. I'm not in the band yet.
Well,
That's pretty much how I got in the band. And then Arthur was our older guitarist for a while, and then he went back to Florida, and then we found this band, Deontay.
I was walking out of school for one random Wednesday or something, whatever day it was. It was 7 o'clock. I was surprised that Alex was over there just chilling with his girlfriend. I'm at a recording class, and I'm just walking. He was like, hey, is that a guitar? And I
Did
was
he
just
say it just like that?
Hey.
Hey, boy.
He was like, what you doing? And I was like, I just got out of recording. And he was like, well, I'm in a band. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then he showed me some stuff. He was like, yeah, we're looking for a guitarist and everything. And I was just like, I'll think about it. And then I kind of
He ghosted us for about 6 to 8 months. Oh, I swear. Yeah, I think he was going through some stuff, right? And then he said he was going to try out, and then he ghosted me. And we got our first show, and I had to beg him to be in the band.
And then we played it. I didn't do anything. I was just like, yeah, I finally learned music, and I finally played a show. And it's like, hey, do you want to be in this band after we're eating slices of pizza after it? I missed that place. What was it, the Brick House or something?
Oh, yeah, where was that? Was that
was-
Roundhouse, I think?
Roundhouse, yeah.
Roundhouse.
Yeah, I missed that place.
And then how did we find Kip? How did Kip come in the picture?
Well, that's another funny story. So, just like our first guitarist, actually, I found Kip on Craigslist.
No,
which
it was, I think it was from Band Mix or something.
It was
Yeah.
Band Mix, wasn't it,
Yeah.
first? Okay, so the first time I talked to Kip, it was Band Mix, and he came over for a session. This was actually before we even recorded Zero. And he tried out, and then a couple weeks later, he kind of told me that he wasn't feeling it, yada yada. And then actually, I would say maybe a year or two later, we were looking for a bassist still, and I was rolling through Craigslist, and I saw that he made an ad for he's looking for a progressive metal band. So I emailed him, and we were chatting it up a little bit, and then finally he gave me his phone number, and when I put it in my phone, it said Kip Tan. So that's how we got Kip.
Okay, wait. So you guys didn't even realize that you were talking to each other all over again?
Nope.
You didn't think, hey, this conversation sounds familiar. We may have met before. You've been at my house before.
Or not like, oh, there's not that many Kips. Now I know two Kips.
Well, we didn't say each other's names. We were just like, I'm a drummer seeking a bassist. What's your interest? Yada yada. Are you flexible? Can you make it to practice?
It's like Tinder.
Yeah, it was pretty much like Tinder.
So then you came over, you're like, hey, remember?
I've met you before, and I'm leaving for 2 more years.
So then Kip came back.
Yeah. So the timeline for all this is like 2014, 2015.
Till now.
Yeah, till now.
So how long has this lineup been, this lineup?
Year, like
3
2 years or
3
something? 3
years.
years?
Almost
3
3,
years? 3?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's been almost 3.
Yeah, Kip.
That's
Yeah,
been
3
a
years,
while.
3
Wow.
Well, in that 3 years, what have you guys been up to? You play a bunch of shows. You said you put out the CD.
Yeah, we put out a
Yeah.
CD, an EP, Zero. That was like almost the end of 2015, going on to 2016. And we released a music video, Witch. And yeah, I don't know. We've just been writing so much.
Yeah, the amount of material we have written is disgusting. It's just like we have all of these like maybe
We're like R.
minute
Kelly.
songs that we just they're all these ideas. We just don't know how to quite connect them. But we have so much material to work with, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, it's so overwhelming because it's just like, oh yeah, remember that one song? We wrote that like a year and a half ago. Let's bring that back. That's a cool riff. And like it's just that's kind of how these newer songs have been forming.
All right.
So right now, the only EP that you brought that is officially out, though, is the Zero EP, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Zero EP.
Which we'll be playing tracks off of tonight.
Cool.
So let's start off the night with playing a track off of that EP just to get the Metal Experience listeners into hearing what you
taste.
guys sound like. What's the first track that you would like to play?
And how many tracks are on the CD?
There's 6.
5, 6?
One of them is a instrumental, so we don't really count that first one.
Does
But
it lead in? It's the first song. Does it lead into the second song?
kind of, yeah. It's
Well,
just
then-
like a heavy piano breakdown, trappy breakdown.
Well, that's what. Remember
guys wanna
that
start off
story
with that one?
behind that one was fun too. We like wrote that the night before we recorded it. That was
In
pretty
the
fun.
hotel.
In the hotel room. We like
In the
went there
hotel.
with this like idea, and then we were like, you know what? This is garbage. We don't like any of this. Like,
shut
yeah,
up.
what are we gonna do now? We have no way to start the CD. And then so that night we went back to the hotel room and ended up just writing the intro to this CD that night. It was, I don't know, it came together pretty well for a night's worth
Yeah,
of work.
shout out
Yes,
to Red Roof
yeah,
Inn.
yeah.
And where was the CD recorded?
Metro 37, right?
Yep.
With Nick Scott in Michigan.
In Rochester, Michigan, yeah.
Rochester, Michigan.
The
How did
Red
you-
Roof Inn, dude.
How did you find that? How did you find him? You're local boys. You're like, all right,
Yeah.
fuck it, we're going to Michigan.
Yeah, we wanted to
We
make a
couldn't find
vacation
any-
out of it.
We couldn't find anything closer. We're going to Michigan.
Well, back in like 2011, I went with this guy Arpan and traveled like to all the Warped Tour dates and helped him promote his band at the time.
That's
And
pretty
I was
sweet.
like, yeah, it was cool. And I was like, all right, this is awesome. And it was a cool experience. And then I was like, dude, your track sounds so good. Like, who did you go to? And he was like, oh, this guy Nick Scott, you know. And then I looked at who Nick Scott at the time who was recording, and he was like working with Joey Sturgis, who has done huge albums. I think Asking Alexandria. I think he's worked with the Devil Wears Prada,
Attack.
Attack, Attila, Crown the Empire, I believe.
Mhm.
So Chelsea Gren. So huge bands. So we're like, all right, let's give it a shot. Like, let's just email him or whatever and see if he has the time to even acknowledge us. And lo and behold, he was like, yeah, dude, I'm free with this date. You know, I was like, all right, fuck, that was easy. I was like, all right, let's do it. So we just pulled the trigger. We're like, all right, if we're gonna go do it and record and spend money, like, might as well do it right the first time. So
And on top of it, he was like, "Hey, 6 months I have available date," and we maybe had one full song written at that time.
Oh, that's
so
right.
we were just like, "All right, we have 6 months. Let's nail it down and let's go do this."
Kind of gave you a deadline to.
Yeah, exactly. He made us
Okay.
work our asses off. Staying up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, just
Chugging.
fine
Yeah, I
tuning.
specifically
Yeah.
can remember sitting in Nico's basement at like 3:20, 3:30, and we were like we're on. It was the breakdown, like the final breakdown of one of our songs was like on the tip of our tongues, and we couldn't get it out. And I specifically remember sitting there recording that last breakdown in Monsters, and just like once we nailed it, we were like, that's it, there it is. Like,
Yeah.
Well, fuck yeah. How long of a drive was it to get to Nick Scott's?
5 hours.
Yeah, 5?
5 hours.
And how long did you have to record with him?
5
Full week.
days.
5 days.
Yeah, 5 days.
Nice.
It was funny because when we showed up, he totally forgot that we were even coming.
oh my god.
There was
Swear to
no
God.
reminder email. Hey, we're gonna be on the road. See you in like 6 hours.
Well, we had like a contract and everything like set up, like date and everything, so we didn't think we had to like remind him. But so we just like shot up there because we were so excited, and we got there and we're like, "Hey, dude, we'll see you in the morning." And he was just like, "Oh shit!" Like I forgot you guys were coming, and like had to like book studio time at the studio he was working at. And it's Nick Scott, so who's gonna say no? You can't come in, So he made it work, and it was awesome. It was a fun time.
Whew. Well, fuck yeah. Well, let's play. You said the first track's an intro that goes into technically the second track, which is also
Bottom
let's-
Dwellers.
Bottom Dwellers.
Let's
It's
play
one
the
of our
first
harder
two.
hitting songs too.
So what was the intro track called? Just intro or
Bare Bones.
Bare bones.
Yeah, with a Z at the end of bones.
Dang.
We're edgy.
Uh-huh.
And then that
We
goes
brought it.
into
Bottom
Bones.
dwellers.
Bottom dwellers.
All right, well, let's do it. Let's do
Cool.
Bare bones into bottom dwellers.
Motherfucker, fuck you. You ain't shit. I hope you burn in Arizona. Fuck you, Logan. Fuck you.
Well, I expect that type of language at Denny's, but not here. Well, that's too freaking bad. You hear me?
Because we're throwing it back to Morgan and Luco on the Metal Experience.
All right, we are back. I'm Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, hanging out with the guys in Deville tonight. That was the first couple tracks off of the Zero EP. The intro track, Bare Bones, into Bottom
I hope you
Dwellers.
burn in Arizona.
Yeah, we did some name calling. We had some very harsh language.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
So first I want to ask, what is a bottom dweller?
It's a leech.
A leech. Okay.
It's someone who just like.
So it got personal.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it's not that we hate Logan. Actually, Logan is my my childhood best friend.
Yeah, he's like one of the homies.
He's a really
He's
good
a good
guy.
friend.
We love him to death.
Is that the name you called out in that?
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
I kinda had one
So was
ear
this
on
like,
and-
hey, you backed a Kickstarter project. You get to have a shout out on the album. Fuck you, Logan.
Yeah, when he left, he actually went to Arizona to pursue a dream of his to work on motorcycles and whatnot.
And you're
so
mad about that?
You could do that around
No,
here.
not at all.
You know that?
yeah, but
right.
California, Arizona, the West Coast is honestly it's the place to be,
It's the
especially if you
scene.
want to pursue that. Like, it's just a reality. And right before he left, he's like, "All right, guys, make sure when you guys record this album, you give me a shout out." So we're in a metal band,
What
so we go
a
fucking
great-
hard.
I'm sure he
so
loved
we gave
it.
him the shout out. You know.
Yeah, he was bittersweet about it. It was really weird when he moved back, and then the whole town of like our friends would just like see him randomly on the street and be like, "Fuck you, Logan! Fuck you!"
I specifically remember like first meeting Logan because like I heard "fuck you, Logan" like during the first time I was in there. I was like,
Did you
Who
think
is
that they
this
hated
guy?
somebody?
"Yeah, I thought they hated
Everybody,
me."
Everyone does.
Everyone
And I was
asked.
like, "Who is this Logan guy?" He's like, "Oh, that's one of my guys." And I finally meet him, and I was like, "You're the Logan guy?" And he just looks down and shakes his head. He's just like, "Oh, yeah."
He's,
That's awesome.
Infamous.
We love him though. Don't get that twisted. We love the kid.
yeah, he's a good guy.
He is a good
I'm
guy.
sure he blasted riding his motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck myself, yeah!
Well, what about the music that you said that you've had a lot of tracks now? When do you plan on releasing your next album? And will it be an EP or a full length?
In the same recording studio?
Yeah.
Looking the same?
Actually, I think.
Are we
we're-
using the guy that did
we're-
Witch again, right? Kevin,
Yeah,
or-
we're still talking about it. We have a bunch of scratch tracks that we're still working off of. Since I've been going to school for audio, I was hoping to be able to just do it all myself. But yeah, it's not looking too realistic at the moment. It's a pretty big workload on top of school, so we're still talking about it, but we want by summer to at least have it recorded.
Can't that be like one of your projects for school? Like, don't you have to record someone for school? Be like, we'll just record my band for free. Fuck yeah!
Free studio
The problem
time.
with that is I have to, if it's a project at least, I have to do all the work on it. So if I'm playing drums, how am I going to be doing the audio for it, right? Run in the other room.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Run in the room.
Just throwing out
push
ideas,
record.
man. Just play.
Yeah, so it's been a thought, trust me.
Yeah, we're hoping to get it like wrapped up by spring. Realistically, wrap it up by spring, and then have it ready by summer, and then hoping to tour next summer.
Yeah, we're due for a tour for sure.
So speaking of touring and playing shows, give me your most embarrassing live moment.
House of Blues.
Each and every
Hands
one.
down, the biggest show we ever played.
So
Yep,
embarrassing.
Okay, what happened at House of Blues?
All right, Alex.
What didn't happen?
I'll tell you. So pretty much, you know what? It wasn't that bad, all right?
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
with all the prepping,
It was so it was
We
so
prepared
bad.
a lot. And, you know,
So who were you guys
stupid
playing
little
with?
things.
It was a bunch of like metal bands and just
Yep.
not so metal
Low
bands. from
Country,
Chicago.
Capitol Vices.
Was El Famous play? Did El Famous?
No.
No.
Oh, what's his name? Legacy of Heart played. that.
Legacy of Heart.
And there's this one.
The
like,
one band with the kids that
And
were
yeah,
like high
these
school.
like School of Rock
Yeah.
kids were just
Crazy.
jamming, like
Oh, they were
13-year-olds,
awesome.
10-year-old, just like I was like, holy crap!
With or
like,
without Jack Black?
prodigies. Prodigies, yeah, without Jack Black.
Yeah.
I wish he was there though.
I mean, he's coming.
So
to,
pretty
like,
much to
Valley Hall.
say what ruined it is that when we went to play our backing tracks, there was an issue where I wasn't able to hear it in my my earbuds. Come to find out, you know, later on in life, that just the headphones pad was on. So I don't know if anyone knows what a pad does, but pretty much what it does is it makes the signal quieter. So I just couldn't hear it, and all I had to do was push one button. So we
Yeah.
played the set without the backing tracks, and we have a lot of tracks, a lot of places with like synth and whatnot. Since we have a synth player, we stop
Bass
and
drops
then Sims
and
play and bass drops, all that stuff.
piano.
It's just backing tracks. But pretty much we play without them. People still look like they had fun, so that's why I don't say it was
Also,
that big of a
my,
loss.
The nut that holds my strap on my
Your
guitar, that
nut.
snapped off. Yeah, my nut snapped. And so, like, I was forced to just take a knee and play the entire half of the set just with a knee. I couldn't rock out or anything, and it was, like, killing me because I was just like, I just want to jump around.
You said
Yeah.
that you played the House of Blues, right?
Yeah, it was
man.
a big
I
show.
know.
Yeah,
we sold like a crazy amount of tickets for it too, and it was just such a letdown.
Yeah, we sold like 100 tickets at like $10 a pop. So we showed up with like $1,000 cash, and just to have that experience, we were so upset.
I mean, regardless, the fact as bad as a show of the performance, like, it was still one of the most memorable nights. Like,
Yeah,
it
but
was a great night sitting up in
but
the
we had,
green
like,
room,
a-
reading all the signatures on the bathroom walls of all the bands that have played there. Like, it
Yeah,
was a cool
true.
experience.
It is really cool.
Yeah,
could have went better, but
we saw like Suicide Silence,
Yeah.
like autographs in the.
To be fair,
Green-
though,
green
it
room.
did take 3 people to look at it, and we still didn't know the reason why. Even the people at House of Blues are just like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
And the guy's sitting there like, all right, you got a minute before we're opening the curtains. We're like, well, we're
Everyone's
trying to figure this out. He's like,
freaking
all right,
out.
you got
Shit.
45 seconds before we're like, yo, we're not ready. And he's like, all right, 30 seconds. And it's like, what are you doing?
And
the
we
most
were
embarrassing moment ever.
premiering a
was-
new song. Red Rum at the time was brand new. We haven't even played that live, and it has a whole entire like minute part with like just piano. And we don't have a piano player.
I remember when you
So
like came in there.
I was like, all right, so I just kind of did like a solo thing, and then it kind of wasn't working, so I just looked at Alex, gave him like, just let's go, and he just like did a count in, and then we just went into like the next part.
What do you mean you did a solo thing with like vocals? Yeah,
I think you were just like, all right,
There's
like
There's like a talking, emotional part there.
That's
but then there's
over
like
piano.
violins and piano, but because we didn't have our backtracks playing, none of that was there. So it was just like me, like kind of being very emotional by
spoken
myself, like in complete quietness. And I was just like, "This is freaking weird. I don't like this." And I just like looked at Alex. I was like, "Can we just move on to the next part?"
Move on.
And he's like, "All right, for sure." Like,
So when was this show? Because it's not on the Zero E EP.
oh,
it was
Red
one of
Rum?
our first.
Yeah,
Like,
this was.
We only played a couple shows, and we got
This was
hook.
2016.
Have you never recorded this song?
Oh,
No, we have our recording of it, but it's like we never went professionally and got it recorded. And I mean, it's on one of our Gmails, I think.
yeah, we have it, but it's like it's just like a home recording that we did,
Yeah,
just
it's
to
a
like
demo.
have it, just in case like we want to go to the studio and be like, all right, let's do this, like for real.
Yeah.
But
we are putting that on the new CD, right?
yeah, over the past year, we've gotten like tenfold better at recording. Honestly, over the last few months, like our recordings are somewhat professional, I feel like. So
And we found out Kip over here has been holding out on us. The guy's
Yeah.
he's a beast at like
Yeah.
freaking what is it?
Kip's
Audio
great.
genius.
Yeah, audio, just mixing and mastering everything we do.
So that's really what's the you know the teeter tottering between, do we go to a studio and spend $3,000 to $5,000 on recording with someone else, or do we save that $3,000 to $5,000, record it ourselves, and use that money towards pushing that with promotion? So that's really the difference. And it's like, well, we'll get quality, I guess, better quality if we go to someone who actually does it as a profession. But because Alex is training to be professional at this.
And Kip's an evil
and-
genius.
Yeah, and Kip's just freaking amazing.
Kip!
Like, he has such good ears.
Yeah, over like the
amazing
last
ears.
2 to 3 months, me and Kip have seriously just grown a partnership in this audio thing, man. Like, seriously, you know, I'll send him home with files, and he'll work on them, and send them back, and then I'll work on them, and it's just a good teamwork kind of thing we got ourselves going right now.
Hell yeah.
And I learned a lot from Alex's.
Yeah, we're both learning from each other.
Yeah.
The new CD, how many tracks do you plan on having on the new CD? A full length or an EP again?
We don't
Okay.
know. Yeah, we have like we were saying earlier. We have a lot of unreleased tunes, and we're kind of just going through them with a fine teeth comb, just deciding if it's Deville or not. You know, sometimes you get inspired by other musicians, then you come back later on and you listen to it, and you're like, yeah, maybe that's not us. You know, maybe it's more of someone else. Like, it doesn't fit our shoes.
It's a gift and a curse to have that mentality.
Well, it's funny too, because like the most recent stuff we've written, it seems to be the problem is like we'll write a song, we're like, that's good, and then we'll write another song, we're like, oh my gosh, this one's so much better, and like, should we even keep the one before it now? Like, come
I
on.
did this
Yeah.
like 5 different songs in the course of like 2-3 years.
But we have to always remember, like, we always try to remember, like, oh, well, that obviously is going to appeal to somebody else, you know?
Yeah, that's one thing I do like about us is we're like our music. It's pretty diverse. Like one song might be really heavy hitting, but the other one's not so heavy hitting. And like we even on Zero, like we have 2 songs on there that are 6 strings. We don't even play them live actually anymore now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But we have 2 6-string songs on Zero. But like it just shows that like it's just such a diverse mix of sound.
That's why you need a B-sides album to prep for. Put some things on the back burner and then do a B-sides.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're going to do, like, a life and death theme. So this next album is going to be a death theme. And then we'll hopefully do, like, a part B, which would be the life. So you get to know the story before the death.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. That's just something we're thinking about. But I think it's our more serious topic or theme that we have right now.
Okay.
Well, let's play another track off the Zero EP, and then we'll get to know you guys individually in the background of your musicianal skills.
Musical, is that a word?
I don't know. I made it one. Here we go. So the next track off of the Zero EP, what would you like to play?
It's up to Alex. Alex, you pick.
What?
Oh, what?
You looked at me weird.
I got it. It's Monsters. Here are the
Okay.
new Monsters.
I was gonna say
Yeah, they're
Monsters, so let's do
Monsters.
Monsters because we
Yeah.
can talk about the story of the breakdown
All right.
afterwards.
So this is called Here There Be Monsters. Another track by Deville.
You're gonna put it, the lifter. No matter sky darkens as the gears keep turning through my head, and the failed can't be saved again. They're broken and wasted. I'm not one of them. Darkness consumes the night. Darkness consumes the light. A gift, a curse unserved. Take it and run, or it because it's love. I hate everything. I hate everything I
Hi, we're my lean chick. Don't fight us on the Metal Experience. Stuff, metal, docking, and banquet chickens.
Woo! That was another tasty Deville track. That was Here There Be Monsters. And you guys had Anthony was like, we gotta say why we.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Give us the backstory.
So the backstory on this song. I just love the story, Mr. Paul. So when we were recording in Michigan, we had this guy that was sitting next in the Red Roof Inn. He had the room next to us, and he was working for some biotech company designing prosthetic limbs, and they housed them up in here while they were like building a house for this man. So as he was there, he was just kind of interested in what we were doing, and just I always see you guys leaving and coming and going with this musical equipment. I listen to metal. I hear some music bumping in your room. Can I hear it? So we showed him Here There Be Monsters. Before it was called Here There Be Monsters. What was the old name of that song? I don't even remember. Did we have a name for it?
No, we definitely
didn't. So we showed him the song, and he just tells us that last breakdown, it gets all quiet and ominous, and I just think of the old treasure maps from pirate days, and the open sea on an old map. If you look at one in the middle of the sea, it just literally says the quote, "Here there be monsters," because there's just so many old tales of these giant squids and sharks and stuff attacking boats. So he's like, you guys should call this song "Here There Be Monsters." That's a really cool name, and I was just that's perfect. That sticks. I don't know. That's just a funny story of how we got the name. This man, Paul.
Paul from the Red Roof Inn.
Paul from the Red Roof Inn named that track. I just love that story. Just 'cause I don't know. It's cool though. Just I don't know, just Here There Be Monsters. That phrase on an old treasure map. I don't know. I like that for some reason.
And on top of it, actually, if you look at Anthony's sleeve, it's actually based off of that phrase. Here there be monsters. It's this happy kid fishing on top of a dock, But if you look underneath the water where he cannot see, it's a bunch of piranhas and this evil little monster with a knife cutting
It's
the
like
fishing
this
line.
crazy dude that's like he's like cutting the kid's fishing line, and then he's got this little guy next to him, kind of like looking
the
at
little
him.
fish
egging
thing
him
has
on.
a knife?
Yeah, he's got a knife.
Do you
right
have
here.
Flounder from
Looks
the
like a
Little
turtle.
Mermaid on there too?
No, that's the duck from Tom and Jerry, actually.
Okay, there's a duck in Tom and Jerry.
Yes.
So pretty much on the surface, it looks like everything is happy and good going. But if you look below, below sea level, which is obviously what you can't see, there's a lot of evil below.
Crazy. Did
Did
you
that
get that
song
for
determine that
Yeah.
tattoo?
Yes and no. Like, all right, so like I've always wanted to get a Deville tattoo, but at the same time, like I just didn't know what to get. And then my brother drew this drawing, which is the same concept kind of, but his was a little bit darker. But I just loved the drawing, so I told my tattoo artist, like, hey, can you take this and make like a new school cartoon version of this, because it kind of represents what I'm trying to go for. And then so I'll never forget too. He like my first session there. He like had an idea of what he wanted to do, and he just started drawing these random lines on my arm with a Sharpie marker. And I'm just like, oh, I'm fucked. Like, oh shit, dude, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. And then he tattooed some random bold lines, and I walked out of there like ready to cry. I was just like, oh, what did I just do to
It's
myself?
on my skin forever.
Yeah, and then like as I let him do his process and just work on it over time, it came out beautiful, and I'm so happy I went to him for it.
You didn't ask him, like, dude, what are these bold lines? This looks...
I did, but he was just like, don't worry, like I know I have a vision of what I'm gonna do, and I was like, all right, man, like you do you. Like,
How long in between sessions did you wait to...
I think there was a while where I was going like once every like 3 weeks. Once it would heal, I'd go and get another one, and then it would
Could you imagine
heal.
if by the time you came back and he's like, oh, man, I had a vision for it, but I have no
The
idea
vision's
what I was
gone.
doing. Sorry, you just got these weird fucking bold lines on your arm.
That was a gamble, but it came out. It came out good. We're good.
I know that we touched a little bit on before mentioning some of the artists that your engineer had worked with. But growing up, what were some of the bands that got you guys into metal and picking up the instruments that you play now?
Metallica, Iron Maiden, Megadeth. Like that was like started on that, and then the first metal band I probably like when it started to get heavier, I'd say like As I Lay Dying was probably a step in the heavier direction, and then I heard Bring Me the Horizon.
We were
that was
listening
like game
to As I
over.
Lay Dying on the way here.
We were.
And then I had Chelsea Grin and stuff, and then I don't know what you guys. I know we have different styles of metal.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
for sure. Like when I was in high school, I was listening to a lot of Slayer, System of a Down, that kind of stuff, and they were on a completely different page.
Yeah, I was down with System of a Down when they came
Okay.
out.
Yeah, that was down
Yeah.
for System of a Down, even like middle school days.
You got to be down with the down.
Oh, of
Oh, yeah. I don't think
course.
anybody's not down with System of a Down, right? Let's be honest.
So good, so good.
For myself, as a teenage, like before I preteen, I would say Sex Pistols, like Kennedy's, all that typical punk rock crap. But as I grew older, I started getting into like Senses Fail, My Chemical Romance, From First to Last. Just a typical kind of angsty teen.
I don't
scene
see you as an
kids.
email kid.
Yeah, you should have seen me about 10
Oh,
years
he
ago.
was. These two kids are so.
Did you wear the
teen.
guy liner?
I didn't wear it on a day-to-day. I'm not going to say that, but I've had my my spare
He was a scene king.
moments wearing makeup. Off the record.
Too bad I recorded it anyway.
It's really weird to say, but like how I started wanting to play guitar was playing Guitar Hero at the age of 10. I just grabbed that controller and I started. I think I bought the second Guitar Hero. That was like the first one I got, and
The End of the Baby.
I started
Young.
playing one track that got me was Avenged Sevenfold's Beast and the Harlot, which is still one of my favorite bands, even though and their stuff is like right now, but I used to love it. I used to love Avenged Sevenfold, Metallica, System of a Down. Toxicity was actually one of my first songs I heard from System of a Down.
It was my first song, yeah.
I just came from being like listening to R&B to like alternative, a little bit like Panic at the Disco, listen to like Lenny Kravitz, and then it was just straight System of a Down, Bring Me the Horizon, Avenged Sevenfold, Miss May I, and started listening to that for like good 2-3 years. Calmed it down, started listening to more classic rock like Zeppelin and everything, and then all of a sudden I started listening to hardcore music. I don't know why. So hardcore and deathcore, like Contortionist, and then Not Loose, And also like 156 Silence. So they're actually a new band that's came out recently.
156 Silence?
156 Silence is one of the best hardcore
Silas
bands.
or Silence?
Silence.
Silence.
One of the best hardcore bands that come out right now. Fucking amazing. Listen to it almost every day. But yeah.
All right, I gotta check that out.
156.
Yeah, when me and Nico started hanging out together, that's when I started to branch off a little bit. He showed me a couple bands. I showed him a couple bands. The Devil Wears Prada was like our baby. We both shared that.
Yeah. So what got you into playing drums?
So actually, I have an older brother that used to play drums, and he just had a drum set that just sat in the basement because he quit, and it was one of those kind of stepbrothers situations where you're like, don't touch my drum set. But he didn't play it, so I had to wait till he left the house for me to even play.
He didn't take it with him?
No, I meant like left the house for the day.
Yeah, not moved
I
out.
thought
Yeah,
you
we
meant,
were
like, move
teenagers, so
out.
he,
Okay.
he'd go out, hang out with his girlfriends and whatnot, and I would sneak in the basement. I'd try to learning, a Senses Fail song or something like that, just off my ear, and then eventually it just I just got better, I guess. At least I think I got better, hopefully.
Did you end up taking his drum set?
I did, actually. A lot of Deville's first shows, actually, I played on that drum set.
Did he ever find out?
Obviously.
I chipped
Where's my
his
drum set,
drumstick.
Alex?
I chipped his drumstick.
Oh, is it the one with the bullhorns?
Yeah, I put those are my bullhorns, so don't get that confused.
And Nico, what got you into vocals and metal?
My sister, I did gymnastics growing up, so one of my teammates ended up dating my sister, which was kind of weird, but he was really cool. So I was like, fuck it, like whatever. At least it's Brandon. He's like
Older
the
sister, younger
older,
sister?
Older sister.
Okay.
you
They're
know?
still together.
So
like
it's kind of
15 years
like
later.
if obviously if it's younger sister, then there'd be some issue. But I was like, she's like 2 years older than me, so I was like, all right, whatever. She's old enough. And I think she was in 8th grade, and he was in 8th grade at the time, and I was in 6th grade. And my sister's like, oh, I'm buying Brandon Warped Tour tickets because he loves this band. It was Rice Against, I think, at the time.
Ooh.
Nice.
And I'm going to get him these tickets for our anniversary or something. And it was like 6-month anniversary, so I'm like,
In
whatever.
8th grade?
Yeah.
How do you get money in 8th grade for Warped Tour tickets? You're not even
don't
working.
She had
Your
a
mom
sweet-
paid
yeah,
for that.
definitely my mom or dad. Yeah, definitely sweet talked her way to that. And I was like, what's a Warped Tour?
What's
Like,
a
I didn't
Warped
know. But then, like, he came home. Brandon came home with, I think, a Warped Tour, like, sample CD that they gave away.
Samplers, yeah.
Yeah, and I just, like, jammed that. I was, like, in 6th grade, and I was just like, okay. And I found a few bands on there that I was like, oh, this is different. This is cool. And that was, like, my stepping stone into that sort of scene.
I totally used Warped Tour samplers to get into a lot of the stuff I listened to.
Yeah, right? And MySpace.
Mhm. Good old MySpace
I met
days.
Nico my freshman year of high school through my cousin, actually. Technically I knew Nico because my best friend growing up, his backyard went to his front yard, but he went by Francis.
His backyard went into his
Yeah,
front
this guy's
yard.
lot. He had a
It's like a
lot
farm.
that it went all the way. It was like
Oh.
a farm. It was huge. But he went by Francis, and then I had a cousin. I was like, "Hey, hang out with this kid named Nico." He says he knows you. I'm like, "I don't know a Nico." I ended up meeting Nico.
just watches
we've
you in
been
your yard.
Obviously, great friends ever
Yeah.
since. But he was obsessed with Under Oath. I will never forget that.
Yeah. I love
Everywhere
Under
we
Oath.
went, Under Oath was playing. That was his band.
Yeah. I mean, it's Under Oath, man.
Then what got you
Legends.
into doing vocals? Like, I
Oh.
can...
Alex did. I used to go to a youth group. Remember that, Alex?
Oh yeah.
And Alex was like not about that, but I used to go because they would let us like skate like in the church, like skateboard, and then
You can
also
skateboard in the church?
dude, these guys were so cool about it.
Yeah,
it
they
was
were.
God
weird.
accepts all.
They even had their own like box
Yeah,
and
they-
rail and
We had a
What?
mani pad up in there in the church.
whatever to
That's
get they had to do
fucking
to get kids
Dude,
in
it
there.
was
I
What
guess.
church were you going to?
I don't even know. I just went because they let us skate. I was like, this is cool. Like on a rainy day, on a Wednesday, like got to hang out with some females.
Hey,
Got to skate, and then like it wasn't too bad. Like yeah, you had to like sit and like talk about, biblical stuff. But I was like, it wasn't so preachy. It was just kind of just like, oh, so what kind of things are you guys going through? It was really cool, I guess, in a way. And I was like, all right, Alex, why don't you like come with me? Like it's kind of cool. And Alex skates too, so finally Alex caves in, and they have a instrument room, which is like the room that they just like everyone goes and hangs out in. And it was empty because everyone was playing like dodgeball or something in the gym. And they had a drum kit, so Alex obviously is like, dude, I'm gonna go play those drums. Like, oh, go ahead, dude. Like, anything goes here. Anything goes here.
This is Sparta!
Yeah, it was like Lord of the Flies. And Alex was like, yo, Nico, why don't you get on the mic and just like scream this Elisana song? You know, he's like, I know the intro. And it was Tilting the Hourglass. And so I just did it, and Alex like looked at me and he was like, holy crap, dude, that sounded really good. And I was like, oh, cool. And I guess all I needed was like a little bit of confidence, and then from there I just like started practicing. I was like, maybe I have something in this, and I think that was probably like 2008, 2007.
Definitely was.
And
even before then.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now look at us.
No.
Now look at us. Yeah.
So Kip, we were talking about that you're from another country, and I kind of want to know how you got into metal and what kind of shows you went to, if you did go to any, before you moved to the States.
Well,
Don't get shy on us now.
yeah, I didn't go to a lot of like shows over there because I didn't have a chance to see a lot of like badass shows because I live in a very small town, so I didn't get a chance to see them. When I moved to the capital city of the my home country, called Yangon. Yeah, I had like some. I went to like some rock shows. Over there,
Did you get a lot of national touring acts through there, or
national. No.
Just
I,
the
just
local
like
band.
local stuff?
yeah, just locals. Yeah.
So then when you came to
They're
the
like, Kip, check out this fucking grindcore.
so then
Yeah.
how did you discover harder music?
Well, a friend of mine showed me Slipknot, one of the yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Oh my god.
Jesus.
yeah, psychosocial, yeah, right, psychosocial, yeah. He showed me and I just loved it, and then I search for like that kind of like what do you call same genre, and yeah, I discovered like Avenged Sevenfold, Slipknot, what else? Korn and stuff.
Korn's
And,
amazing
yeah.
live. I love Korn.
So when you moved to the States, what was your first concert?
The biggest concert I went to was Mayhem Festival. Yeah,
That's a good
Oh,
good
yeah.
experience to have.
what
that
year?
was in like 2013, I think.
I think I was there.
Oh yeah,
Was it with Cannibal Corpse, Avenged Sevenfold?
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
and
such
Korn.
a-
Yeah,
I was there
God,
too.
That was such a good one. I loved that fest.
Cannibal Corpse?
Oh yeah, we went with Sean and Lisa.
I,
I
thought
was
the Cannibal
thinking we
Corpse
weren't
lives would be
dating
like-
then, but we were.
I thought it'd be scary for Cannibal Corpse when I first saw it. I'd be like,
do you mean
I'm
scary?
gonna die here. But like, I looked around and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna like crowd surf. So I just like saw a guy smoking a joint, and I was just like, can you lift me up? And he's just like, yeah.
When you're stoned, you don't feel anything. You can do
Oh,
anything.
great.
Invincible.
Yeah, I could lift you up. Fuck it. So what made you pick up the bass guitar?
And did you start when you moved to the States, or did you start playing
yeah,
before?
over there. Yeah,
over there?
yeah, yeah. I started playing bass at like when I was around 16, I think. Yeah, it was in a Christmas party. One of my friend's dad want to sing at a Christmas party, and he need some musician for his own band. So he was like searching for like young stars. I mean, yeah.
You're playing bass for my band.
Yeah, and yeah, he taught us like from like we just start playing when he taught us. He taught us how to play everything. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. It was really funny, you know. I learned with an acoustic guitar.
Okay.
The bass line. So it was really hard for me to play on the stage with a bass guitar. Like it was totally different, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, when I was on the stage, I was like, wait. I messed up everything, you know. It was really cold that night, but I was like, my whole shirt was like sweating. Yeah.
And this is something we don't even know. At least I didn't know this about him.
Yeah, I didn't.
We
I
just
didn't
learned
tell,
something new about him.
I don't tell about this to everyone.
It's a secret.
Yeah.
With the metal experience, we get anything out.
So then, how long ago did you move to the States? How old were you when you moved to the States?
Wait. It was like 6 years ago, in 2012. So I was like,
How old are you now?
okay, I'm 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
23.
23?
Yeah.
I was waiting for Kip to be like, well, I'm
Okay.
47 years old.
Yeah.
6 years ago.
He's a daddy of the band.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I have a kid.
we got Kip's first concert. What was your guys' first concert?
Like playing or like attending?
Attending.
Attending.
What was your first
yeah.
attended concert?
I'm happy about mine.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Alex.
What's it called? I think I was like 15 or 16. I don't count this one as my official one just because like I just went with like my mom, like my best friend's mom and him. We went to Reggie's and DRI was playing, and I think they were doing like a reunion show, and I was just like, hell yeah.
Why don't you count that as your first concert?
Only
Did you not
because
enjoy that?
I enjoyed it, but not as much as like the AP tour, like back in 2012. Like that was like the first one. Like I bought my own ticket.
AP tour
I got my
2012.
ride.
Who played the AP tour?
Glass Cloud, Amity Affliction,
Glass Cloud.
Ghost Inside.
That's a good lineup.
Ms. May I. And I think
Huge.
it was. I don't think it was like Moss of Flames, or it was either them or For the Fallen Dreams.
So your first show was DRI.
DRI. It was hardcore
With
punk,
your-
and everyone's throwing shit around. And I was just
And
like,
your buddy and your buddy's mom?
yeah.
What did your buddy's mom think of that?
She loved it.
She was in the
actually,
pit.
She, like that's one of the reasons why I started getting into like a lot of like heavy metal and metal stuff. My best friend's mom showed me all this stuff.
Nice.
She's
Ah,
like
fucking Meatloaf
she's
and
like-
Slayer.
she's like 5'1", has the highest voice, and then she is just like, yeah, I love hardcore punk. I love this Avenged Sevenfold. I love DRI. I love the Casualties, No Effects, and everything. So like, started listening to a lot of hardcore punk, a lot of metal stuff, and then like, I
Friend's
just
mom
went,
sounds pretty fucking cool.
fucking great. I miss her so much.
Shout out to
Luco wants to
Shout
know
out to
if she's
Jeremy's
single
mom,
and can
Lucia.
leave me for
Shout out-
her.
Shout out to Jeremy's mom. Hoop, hoop, hoop. Okay. Let's go down the line.
All right. So actually, my same kid, cousin John, the one that introduced me to Nico.
Cousin Johnny.
Cousin Johnny. His mom bought him tickets to see Fall Out Boy and From First to Last.
Shout
All-
out to
all
the
American
moms that
Really
got us all
Rejects
into
was
this
there
stuff.
too. But yeah, so I was his tag along friend, but at the time he was obsessed with like Fall Out Boy and I was obsessed with From First to Last, so I was ecstatic. So they were like, you know, nosebleed seats, but at the time it was awesome. And then on top of it, they broke up shortly after that, so it was cool to at least be able
Skrillex
to
was
see them
born.
once. I know, yeah. Sonny was still in the band. It was awesome, right when the Heroine CD just got released. One of my favorite albums still to this day. So
All right.
Angsty teen will always be in me.
Nico, first live show.
I didn't go to a live show until I think my junior year of high school, which was weird. But that was mostly because I was a gym kid. So I just I did competitive male gymnastics since I was a child all the way up until the end of high school. So I really didn't have opportunities to go to shows. But I think my junior year when I ended up actually playing shows with Alex, I think that was my first show, was the show I actually played at, which was weird. Anything before that I think was YouTube. I just looked online. I was like, oh, this looks cool.
JBTV.
But yeah, I guess I technically the first show was the one we played at was the Congress Theater used to host Battle of the Bands. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I was going to say, the first show you ever played was at Congress Theater?
Yeah, pretty much.
It was ginormous.
Yeah. And then, but the show that, the first show that I didn't play that I attended was, I think it was the House of Blues, and I watched Escape the Fate. They were headlining with
Bullet for My Valentine?
No, I wish. No, it was Escape the Fate, Attack, William Control, and then this one, I think it was called Black Tiger or something like that. You remember that?
I remember that.
They were
Black Tiger?
They looked like Tarzan. They all were like Tarzan, buff and jacked, and they were just playing skateboard metal. It was awesome.
Skateboard metal.
Remember that? But I think that's the name. If I butchered the name, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I want to look this up.
But
Skateboard metal.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then so we watched that, and then I remember seeing the new Escape the Fate singer, because the previous one was in jail or something.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
With Craig Mabbitt.
Yeah, Craig Mabbitt, and he
Mabbitt.
climbed up to the second floor or third floor and jumped into the crowd. It was insane. Onto his back, and everyone just caught him. He was like, "You better catch me, motherfuckers!" And I was like, "Oh my god, that is nuts!" And he lived.
He lived.
He lived.
I know that Craig Mabbitt obviously was in Blessed to Fall, but I was able to see him one time at Warped Tour, and that is incredible to me. I think my life is perfect now.
Other side story, it's kind of funny how I count AP Tour as my first one, and it's almost the exact reason why Nico got into it. I saw Jerry Rouge from Glass Cloud just go up into the balcony. He's just screaming, and then he just jumps, and everyone's just like, "Oh my god!" And then I was just like, "This is going to shows. This is what happens."
Oh, yeah.
And I just been hooked.
Not all shows
so
have
crazy. Vocals used to be so insane.
They used to be
from
crazy.
Craig Owens to Craig Mabbitt, they were always
All the Craigs.
jumping off
The
shit.
Craigs.
Yeah,
Fucking
Sonny
Craigs.
Moore. We used to be famous for jumping off shit into the crowd.
Dillinger Escape. You ever
Oh
seen
my
Dillinger
God.
Escape playing live?
Oh,
Those
yeah.
guys are-
I want to.
Insane.
Oh, they were
They put on a hell of a
crazy.
live
I don't
show.
even know how Greg does half that shit. He ends up in the rafters at Reggie's. How do you climb up into the rafters? How the hell did you... Fucking monkey of a man.
And he did the same thing. He's like, "You guys better fucking catch me."
We're on top of the have you been to Metro? On the side stages, those huge speaker stacks and he climbed up on them and jumped into the crowd. It was insane. There's video of on our Instagram.
That's
no
crazy.
way.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
way. Anthony first National Act Show.
I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, it was Dio with the Heaven and Hell tour.
My brother was at that show.
That's awesome.
Pretty sure that's the one it was. If it wasn't that one, it was Iron Maiden with Megadeth.
How do you not remember your first show?
I just can't. When
has
I
a
was
really cool
younger, my
uncle.
uncle would take me to whenever these big acts would come through. He just he knew I loved guitar and metal, and that was kind of our thing. So he would just anytime an act came through, he'd take me. He's taken me Metallica, Megadeth, Iron Maiden, Dio, Slayer with Marilyn Manson was another good one. But yeah, I think the first one was Dio.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
We still got plenty of music to play off of the Zero EP. What is the next track that we want to play? And then we've got 3 songs that are not on that EP still to feature.
Damn. Well, let's
All
do a
right.
twofer.
Let's have Deontay. You want to pick, and Vichy, you guys
pick
want to
the
pick
last
pick
one.
one?
I'm still gonna pick it. Yours truly.
Okay.
That's that 6-string tongue I was talking about.
Tongue.
That's that tongue right there.
So Luca said a 2 first, so we've got yours truly and then one more track after that.
Want to do the other six string
Lake in the
song?
Hills. Let's do Lake in the Hills.
Lake in the Hills.
Yeah, we'll go the exact opposite side of the
Okay.
spectrum.
All right. Off the Zero EP, yours truly and Lake in the Hills by Deville.
I was never a fan. You're my light for forever.
Hey, come check out Small Town Mentality Podcast with your host Ben and
Austin.
We are on every Thursday morning
with tips on how to be a more efficient racist.
No, we don't do that.
Also, best ways to bag your sister in the sack.
No, I don't think we've ever talked about that.
Also, we do impressions.
We don't do that either. We do have some buttons that we push sometimes.
What? And black people.
Anyways, you can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, and everywhere you get a podcast.
You can find us closest to your nearing burning cross.
No, you can't. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at STM Podcast. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Damn! All right, that was 2 more Deville tracks. That was Yours Truly and Lake in the Hills, and those were fucking tasty. Morgan, it's about that time, though. You know what time it is? Morgan, I'm looking at you.
I know. I got it. Don't
worry.
worry.
You know what time it is?
We're good to go.
All right. Let's do it.
Now it's time for
Hey, man, look what I found.
Only on the Metal Experience.
All right. This week and every week, always brought to you by our friends at Imprint Recordings. Your music, your imprint. Visit imprintrecordings.com for more information for all your recording needs. This week we have from Sydney, Australia, the band Trojans with the song Dead-Eyed Stare. Fucking set that shit up, Morgan!
Well, hi there. Hello. We know you're enjoying your current dose of metal with the people at the Metal Experience. What are their names, Ryan?
Hey, Morgan and Luco, how you doing?
Well, howdy. Should you get through with your dosage with them and find yourself still wanting metal, come see us at the Epitome of Stupidity podcast. You can find us on Podbean, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, and other places, I'm sure.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's a cool show, I must say.
Until then, back to these guys.
Bye-bye.
This is not rock and roll!
You're goddamn right.
This is the Metal Experience, and now back to Morgan and Luco.
All right, that was Trojans from Sydney, Australia with the song Dead-Eyed Stare. And that segment, Hey, Look What I Found, is always brought to you by our friends at Imprint Recordings. Your music, your imprint. Visit imprintrecordings.com for more information for all your recording needs. We are back here on the Metal Experience, rocking out in the back of Fitz's Spare Keys. And we are rocking out with Deville and
the last two tracks that we played.
Are yours
Break.
truly and Lake in the Hills. What are those two tracks about?
Yours truly is a breakup. I think like it's like a significant other breakup thing that goes on, and this guy's really bitter about it. I think a lot of people, anytime a breakup happens, are really upset. For the most part, most people are upset. Others might be relieved.
No way.
Others might be relieved. But yeah, upset. And so that's what that song's about. And just like, there's a line, it's like running away from love. So, that's kind of like what people do to cope with a breakup is they just like, all right, I just got to find something that's like very, very little to no commitment for a while just so you could like focus on yourself, I guess. And then the other song, what was it? What did we play?
Lake in the Hills? Is that about the city?
Yes.
The town?
Yes.
The town.
Yeah, the town. The town. And we named that because I think we made that song the day that Vicchio went and picked it up from Lake in the Hills.
My first 7-string guitar, we actually drove out to Lake in the Hills to get it. And on the way back, there was the big water tower that said Lake in the Hills. So then we were just like, we formed like this idea of a song based off of that. And then over time, it ended up becoming what it is now.
This town where I bought my first 7-string.
No, we had like this
that was
elaborate
the first song
story.
he wrote on that 7-string.
Yeah, it was the first song I wrote on the 7-string, just having one, because Bottom Dwellers was actually written on an 8-string, but the pickups weren't good. We wanted to record it. They were coming out really muddy, so we were like, all right, well, my 7-string has really good pickups in it, so I'm just going to do it on a 7-string. And then we ended up doing it that way. So
What kind of 7-string you buy?
The first one was LTD 7-string. I don't know the exact model, to be honest. I think it was like an F7 or something.
And since then, how many more 7-string guitars have you bought?
I have one other one that's my baby, my Schecter.
Do you name your instruments?
No.
Anybody have names for their instruments?
Guitar.
No, you bought another. You bought another Schecter.
No, that was a 6-string. I have like 3
Oh.
Schecters, 2 6s and 1 7.
It's really weird. Like he plays Schecters and I play Ibanez.
Oh, Schecter's my
he,
brand.
He hates Ibanez.
I hate him.
I don't hate Schecters.
It's like
but
Fording Chevy.
Their necks are really like weird for me.
That's how I feel about Ibanez. I'm not a fan of the Ibanez neck. I don't know why. And then our old guitars play Jackson, and that's another guitar I just can't get behind as well. And it's weird because they're great guitars. I'm not saying they're not good guitars. I don't like them personally.
They're really shreddy.
Deville loves
They're
all
really
guitars.
thin.
So if anyone wants to, sponsor us, we love all guitars equally.
All the guitars.
So, Deontay, when you first met these guys, were you playing a 6-string or a 7-string?
I was primarily playing a 6-string. I actually wanted to make only like 6-string songs, but like they showed me the EP. Most of it was 7-string, and I just bought my first 7-string as well during that time. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll try it out.
It's an Ibanez 7-string?
No, it was actually a Ligator. I have I'm working on an Ibanez 7-string right now. I got all these parts from this guy, and
What do you mean? You're like constructing it?
yeah, he gave me all the parts for it except like all the like wiring and like the pots and everything and the tone knobs, but like he gave me the body and the neck, he gave me a Floyd Rose, and then he gave me 2 pickups. I'm surprised he gave it
For free? He's just like, here, fucking have this.
No,
stuff.
it might as well been free because the thing's like made in Japan, Ibanez Prestige, and like I've been wanting one of those things for a while, but they roughly go around for like 800, 900. But this guy like sold me a crazy deal. Excuse
Well,
me.
it's because he took it apart and gave you
Gave you the scraps.
Like I was like for the body and like type along, I just like looked at it like randomly on like the Facebook like marketplace. I was like, 7 string, and then I saw Ibanez Prestige made in Japan. And I was like, whoa! And then I saw the price, and I was like, whoa! So I literally bought it. Just got my credit card. I was just like, you know what?
Then he was like,
I'm gonna do it.
Whoa.
So it's in pieces. Is it together yet?
It's will be together in 2 weeks. I just gotta get the Floyd Rose shimmed a little bit so it fits into the Ibanez trim, and then I have to get the wiring. It's gonna cost me only like $40 more, and then another week and a half of like trying to get all the stuff together.
So you put it together yourself, or are you taking it to a guitar shop to put together?
I want to get the bridge shimmed first, and then I want to personally wire it myself just so I understand like what's going on in the guitar and like how does it function and see what different pieces. Because I took a class before learning how to like set up guitars and everything, and like that's where as far as I went. Though I really wanted to go more like with my friend. He went to Gallup right in Michigan, which like it's a really big Lutheran school. But like ever since then, like I play guitar. I might as well learn how to know how to do it. And if I'm gonna learn, I want to try learning at this guitar that was given to me. Like I not given, but like it was a great opportunity to have like such a good guitar. And now I get to build it myself, and I get to bond with it.
Bond with it. I rub it. I sleep with it.
I probably
So
will.
he might
do
name
it,
his.
honestly. The thing has a super
I
nice
bought
finish.
Outfits for it.
It's
Do you have a name for it?
I don't have a name for it, but like as soon as I probably play my first big show, which is in December, I'll probably find something.
You're gonna have it done by December. You're
gonna
play the show with it?
I have to have that thing done by December. I'm
it.
jumping off the stage. I hope you know that. Like,
So he's talking about a big show. What show?
Are we playing shows now?
Yeah, that's that's the Veil of Maya show.
And is this the biggest show that you've played?
Probably.
I think
it's gonna be
definitely the biggest of the year.
Color Morale was fucking awesome.
Color Morale was huge. But
Color
I
Morale
have a
CD
feeling
release
there's gonna be a lot
show.
of people
I
at
set
this
my
one.
friends on fire when they returned, like their first show tour back after like their hiatus for like so many years. That
was
also
so
was
cool.
huge.
That was cool.
I'm so hyped to play this Veil of Maya show though, because like when I was in high school and I started listening to heavier music, like that was my band.
That
Veil
was
of
my
Maya.
band too. Like that, like I would say all the things like with Bring Me the Horizon, all the Miss May I, but like Veil of Maya was my band when I grew up, and like that was like how I got my style of playing. I've seen them like double digits times, more than like 20 or something. Every like during the like
More
beginning.
than 20?
More than 20 times. I know them all. So like I remember last year I went out in the Bottom Lounge and they played a show with one of our friends, Tanzan. And after the show, and also Saul. I love Saul. Saul is really cool.
Great.
If you like Tool,
Saul's great.
you'll like Saul.
Saul's great.
Well, what's it called? I was just chilling. I was like, great set, guys. Awesome. And I was like, it's cool you're playing with Veil Maya. It's like, bro, they're right there. Do you want to go say hi? And I was just like, yeah. So I wait like 2 minutes, and he's like, all right, you're in. And they offered me drinks. They're really nice. They're really chill. And I finally get to like share the stage with them with my band. It's been a dream of mine since I was like 15, 16, and now I get to do it. So I'm super happy with it.
Yeah. He's fucking geeking out over here.
I almost cried when they told me about
So
that.
you guys are actually selling tickets, and when's the date and how much so people can grab them off you guys?
That's December 21st. It's a Friday at the Bottom Lounge, and they're $15 for the tickets. And I think it's like $17 after the at the door or something.
It's a good
Such
deal.
A good lineup.
Yeah.
Victims is playing.
Yeah, Victims is phenomenal.
Victims?
I love Victims.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
All
like
Famous, right?
recently.
All
Yeah,
Famous.
Victims, El Famous, and Levitated.
And
Us.
Levitated.
The
Yeah.
Levitated.
Fuck yeah. We've had victims
Solid
on the show.
lineup.
We've had
and the Levitated are coming up in December.
Levitator coming on the show.
Right
in a couple
before that show, actually. They are going to be on.
All
Give me a
Famous has been
second.
on the show.
All Famous has been on, yeah.
Damn, Veil of Maya's
Awesome.
coming on the show next week.
Nice.
No, they're not.
Really?
I wish.
I'll
If I
be
can
here.
get them on the show. Let me see. The next, December 11th, the Levitated will be on. Right before that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we played with them at Gen Fest.
Yes, that's
They're
how
great
we
too. I
actually
love
got you
Levitated.
guys to come on after seeing you guys at Gent Fest.
Yeah, that was the first time we played with them, so that was awesome. And we get to play
Gent
with them
Fest
again.
at the Beat Kitchen.
And we totally fucking missed Levitated.
We did.
I'm still not
No,
happy
was
about
it Levitated or was it Portals?
No, we missed Levitated.
It was Levitated.
By the time we got
Yeah.
there, like, 'cause I got off work late, and I've been talking because I know Jacob, the bassist from Levitated, because I hung out with his brother.
Jacob Orlick?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hung out with his brother
He's a cool
Josh.
guy.
So he's all right. Let's calm
His
down.
brother Josh, not so
He's my
cool.
favorite.
I was like, oh, dude, fucking, I'll see you. You know, I was talking to him like, oh, you guys are playing the show. I'll fucking see you guys. And, you know, and then we got there late. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, sorry, man, we missed you.
That was honestly one of my most favorite shows that we ever played. For real.
And,
Like,
uh,
that was-
Yeah,
that was a
Gent
good
Fest was
one.
tight.
Yeah, it
He
was
from
fun.
Bind the Sacrifice did vocals for Portals.
Oh, yeah.
And that dude's a monster. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
ever heard of Bind the
That was so
Sacrifice, but
cool.
you should get them on here. They're awesome.
I need to look
Write it
them
down,
up.
Morgan.
Bind the Sacrifice.
Yeah, Bind the Sacrifice.
Bind the Sacrifice is
Amazing.
awesome.
Well, with that being said, let's play another Deville track. Do we have one more track off of the Zero EP?
Yeah, we can
and
play
we got
that.
a couple more songs to play later, but let's play the last track off of you guys' EP. What's
All
that
right.
called?
I think it's
It's Not Today.
not today.
Not
Yeah,
today,
they're
guys. We're not
six
playing
songs.
it.
This
Not
is
today.
honestly
Nope.
my favorite song, but these guys never want to play it because it's a 6-string song, as well as yours truly. I love that song too, but
It's really hard to
Maybe
jump around
one day.
with that song.
And what's this track about?
this song's just like it's just an emotional roller coaster. I guess the best way to find out is to listen.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Not today.
I don't want to play it, guys. Not
By
today.
Deville.
Come on. Not
Shut
today.
up, Morgan. Shut up.
Life is a party. Let's shake the fucking place. Death is a promise. It doesn't break. It doesn't break. Life is a party. Let's shake the fucking place. Yeah, watch it come crumbling down.
I'm Meredith.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm John. And we are Victims. And you're listening to The Metal Experience. Check out our full-length album, Volume 2, Inside the Mind, available everywhere.
Right, we are back once again. I'm Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze, and we are hanging today with Deville, and that was Not Today. Last track off of the Zero EP that we are featuring tonight, and we still have a few more tracks to play from the band coming up later on in the show, so wait for those.
Stay tuned, motherfuckers.
Stay tuned. Keep listening to your radio. All right, let's play How Well Do You Know Your Bandmates?
Oh.
Oh
my God.
This is where it gets tough, guys.
For Anthony, the answer is always homework.
Homework?
Homework.
Okay.
I don't know, guys.
We'll just ask a couple questions and see what everybody's answer is here.
Cool.
So, Luca, how do you want to do this? How do you want them to answer for each other?
As a group, answer for one person.
Okay. Okay. So I'll ask a question about.
Guys, all chime in.
All right. So, Luca, you give me the name of one of the guys that you want to have a question asked about, and then each guy has got to go around and say what their answer is about that person.
Okay. We'll
understand
just
how
start
that
down the
is? Okay.
We're going to answer a question about Kip.
All right, Kip.
How well do you guys know
How
Kip?
do you know Kip? All right. What is Kip's favorite movie?
Oh, shit.
Rush Hour.
You already don't know Kip.
Any other guesses? We've got Rush Hour on the table.
I have no idea what movie.
Solid guess.
That random guesses.
I don't know.
Let's see here.
Talk into the microphone. Thanks, Anthony.
You're welcome. He's been doing that all night.
Let me see.
Anybody else
Alex,
can,
what do you
can
think Kip's
answer.
favorite movie is?
Kip's favorite movie, Sex and the City.
The movie.
The movie.
That's legit. Okay.
Wasn't bad.
Deontay, what's Kip's favorite movie?
I'm going to say B movie.
B movie. Okay.
B movie.
Anthony, what's Kip's favorite movie?
That movie we were watching at my house the other day.
What's that movie you were watching at your house the other day?
Baskin.
Baskin?
Oh, man, it's on Netflix. It is fucked up.
It's a horror movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
Baskin?
It's subtitles.
Yep. Yeah, he's seen it, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
I can't remember what it's
Kip
about.
didn't
I
need
just
the
remember-
subtitles.
Oh, dude, it's fucked.
I'm going to look it up.
All right,
We were
Kip,
watching
what's
it at
the
my house,
answer?
and Kip,
Kip,
got
let me
up.
guess.
Was like, I gotta go.
Nobody knew you well enough to know your favorite movie.
Kip, what's your favorite movie?
Blood Diamond.
Blood Diamond.
Denzel
You
Washington.
guys were nowhere close.
I love Blood Diamond. That's a great movie.
Blood Diamond does not have Denzel Washington.
Oh, wait.
Who
Who
just
is
said
it?
that?
Yeah,
That's
that's
Leonardo
Leonardo
DiCaprio.
That was me. Is that Denzel
I
Washington?
haven't even
No.
watched
Oh my God.
the movies they mentioned. That's funny.
Okay, Luco. Next person we're gonna ask.
We're going to go right down the line. This one's the
All
group
right, this
for
is
Anthony.
For your
Homework.
listening pleasure, what band would Anthony consider to be his guilty pleasure?
All right.
Ghostman. It's
Go-
Ghostman.
Who?
Why?
Britney Spears. I'm taking a wild guess.
Luco, you're not allowed to answer
Anthony's
these.
favorite guilty pleasure, Britney Spears.
Suicide
That's not
Boys.
A band. That's a.
It counts. It's on the table. Suicide Boys?
Yeah, I think Suicide Boys.
The fuck is a Suicide Boy?
Suicide Boys is
Suicide
amazing.
Boys.
They're like these two dudes that just rap to like these
Yeah.
really like hard hitting
Jesus.
just beats. I don't know. I can't
All right,
even.
Nico,
can't
what
even
do you
describe
think?
Guilty pleasure. I'm gonna have to. I don't know. It's tough, but all right. If I have to guess one, I think it's going to be. It's got to be Paramore.
Paramore. All right, so when it comes to guilty pleasure, I'd.
Hold on. Kip didn't answer.
Oh, yeah, Kip.
Kip, what's the lamest
"Damn."
band ever? He's
I don't
thinking.
know.
He's thinking Nickelback.
I was going to say
One
Nickelback.
Direction.
One Direction.
Okay.
So Anthony's guilty pleasure is
Okay, so if I had to guilty pleasure, you mean like something that I listen to, but I don't really tell people that I
Yes.
listen to?
Yes.
Adele.
Adele. That's Zuko's guilty pleasure.
That's not guilty pleasure. I
No.
love that big
I
bitch.
was
I was gonna say Lana
Adele's
Del
not
Rey.
bad.
Adele, yeah, I like Adele.
Adele's my girl.
Her voice is just so soothing. It's just great.
I own all of her CDs.
Yeah.
No homo.
Adele's amazing. You should
You
be
can't
proud.
say no homo. She's a woman.
All right, all homo.
That still makes no sense. She's a woman.
100% homo.
Stop talking.
All right, this one's for Nico.
About Nico.
About Nico.
About
Answered
Nico.
by the group.
You guys need to answer.
Let's do it.
All right. What was the name of the first girl Nico kissed?
Oh, it was his mom.
Linnea.
That doesn't count.
I
It's
know
gotta
that
be somebody
answer.
that's not
It's
related.
Linnea.
I'm gonna say Linnea.
I'm gonna go with Linnea.
Yeah, same.
You guys going with Linnea? It was actually.
You didn't know and everyone jumped on
It
the
was actually, but Linnea was my second.
Ooh, Alex, you don't
But that was close. That was close.
Now nobody does.
Yeah.
So what was
All
her
right.
name?
The first one was Sam.
And how old were
This
you?
girl Sam. I was in 8th grade.
Where'd you kiss her?
It was at.
Where did you kiss her?
It
I
was,
meant where
it
were
was
you
in the school
location?
bus.
On a school
It was
bus.
in the school bus on the way back, on the way back from Six Flags, because they did like an 8th grade field trip to Six Flags.
Nice.
And I don't know, there must have been something in the air on those funnel cakes or something. And
Went
she
upside
sat
down
next-
way too many times.
Yeah, she sat next to me on the bus, and like she just like leaned in. I was like, "Oh my god, is this really happening?" I was like, "All right, cool, whatever."
Nico was like,
Now that I
Nico's
think
like
about
ready
it,
for
it's the
another
best
roller
day
coaster.
ever.
I think she still stalks him on Facebook, if I'm not wrong.
A kiss to
I don't
remember.
know, I don't
Off
think
the
so.
record.
Okay.
No, there's no stalking involved.
Next
one
question
is
you're
a-
answering about is about
Alex.
Alex. What's the craziest thing Alex has ever been asked to do on a truth or dare game?
Oh my God! Butterfly
That's
kisses
not fair,
with
because I
his
don't know
mom.
if I've even actually played Truth or Dare.
Oh, you
like,
did.
seriously.
At prom night. we
Okay,
did it
well
in
then
the hotel.
Nico can't do this. Okay, we'll figure something else out. Okay.
That wasn't asked
I'm
to me,
thinking,
though. So that's not even fair.
Yeah.
That wasn't asked to me.
All right.
So it was
What,
asked
what
to
are you
someone else.
referring to?
I can't tell you.
Yeah. We don't kiss and tell.
No.
Kissing and telling.
Actually, I kind of did kiss and tell earlier.
Well, don't do that.
All right.
But no second base and tell.
What would be Alex's dream vacation? Where would he want to go? See, now he's trying to
California.
figure this out.
California in a recording studio.
It's pretty good, but dream vacation. I would say Alex likes to go anywhere that it's really warm and hot. So any sort of tropical island where you can kick back, relax, and have a beer, I think.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. I could see him enjoying the hell out of Hawaii.
Ding, 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 I guess.
Oh, come on. You didn't even let Anthony or Kip answer.
You got the answer
Ding.
right.
All right.
Dang,
It's a very broad.
Dang, dang,
Dang,
dang.
motherfucker.
All right.
All right, this is Deontay.
Oh, God.
For Deontay.
Who is Deontay's male celebrity crush?
Oh.
Wait, what?
Male celebrity crush.
Who is your guy crush?
I got this one.
Celebrity
I got this one.
world.
Mine's Johnny Depp and Will Smith. Hey.
I would say Little Uzi Vert.
Who the fuck is that?
Oh, he loves them.
EXO Tour Life.
Are these rappers?
Yeah.
Emo rapper.
Okay.
Mark from Veil of Maya, the guitarist, guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty
Mhm.
close.
We're talking celebrities that are well known,
Oh.
like on your television. No, I'm kidding. It could
It's a
be that,
celebrity,
but
yeah.
I mean,
that's a musician
both
crush,
close.
though. Like movie actor.
They were
model.
both close.
Okay, Kip, do you have an idea? Earth to Kip.
Will Smith.
He's looking at Deontay, going, "Who can I see him with? What dude?"
What dude is he making out with in my head?
Oh my god.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm going to say Owen Wilson.
One random person. Pick one random celebrity.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Nico, did you pick?
No, I didn't pick, but I would have to say The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay.
Just
Deontay
caressing you.
likes the muscles. Deontay, who would be your celebrity crush?
For a male?
A male, yes, a male. A dude.
I'm gonna say Keanu Reeves.
Ooh.
I'm saying Keanu
John
Reeves.
Wick,
Matrix
man.
was one of my favorite
Ooh,
kid
Matrix,
movies,
yes.
and I
Which
still need to
movie?
see. Like I saw the Matrix when I was. I don't know why I watched the Matrix when I was a kid. My mom loved it, but like me watching like
awesome.
Morpheus.
it was.
His
2
man
was
crush.
great. 3, I'm just gonna be like.
I wasn't a fan of 2.
Wasn't
I
a fan
like
of
3
3.
better than 2,
Not
to
at
be
all.
honest.
No. But
I thought all the Matrixes
Keanu
were
Reeves
amazing.
always looks good whenever he plays a show. So,
All right.
I need to see John Wick though.
Now you guys all know each other just a little
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
We've only been in a band for 3 years. I mean,
Let's play another Deville
You guys
track.
should actually now hang a poster of Keanu Reeves in your band space.
You might have to.
We should get like a huge like DeVille banner on the back
And have
behind
a
the drum
picture
kit
of
and just Keanu Reeves as
Keanu
all
Reeves.
different, all his different acting
Hard around his face.
themes. Hard around his face, yeah. Keanu Reeves shirt says DeVille on
Oh,
it.
we should do that one when he's like looking all depressed and everything. He's just like, it's so great.
See, he's so
this
on
might
board.
become a
Like a taco
reality.
with
That's the
his
thing.
hand.
This just might become a reality.
All right. So let's play another Deville track. These are now songs that are not on the Zero EP. Let's play a couple more of yours. So
What do we have?
All right, we have 2 new songs that are unreleased, and then we have 1 song that we released a music video for.
Let's play.
Let's do the music video
Yes.
one. Then we'll talk about the music video when we come back in.
All right, cool.
Oh, I got a lot.
What's the track called?
I think it's called
You think?
Gypsy Woman?
No,
it's called Witch.
That's not a gypsy at all.
Witch.
That's a total opposite.
I'm joking.
Okay, here we go. Here's Witch by Deville. Playing.
Like this
Meow.
one.
Also has a music video for it.
Yeah.
This is Justin.
This is Dustin.
Austin's J&D.
Of the so-called Saints.
Or so-called Sense.
Tell your boys.
Or smell your boys.
You're listening to the Metal Experience.
Boom.
Right, we are back. I am Morgan Danielle with Luco Blaze. We are hanging out with our friends in Deville, and we just summoned a demon. That
What?
was...
We did what now?
We summoned a demon.
We're talking about vitamins. What do you, where does
Well, we
demon
just
summoning
heard
come
Witch,
from?
another track from Deville. And there's a music video out there that you can watch on YouTube. And what was the storyline and the inspiration behind
concept.
Witch?
And what made you guys say this is the song we're doing the music video for?
Oh, that was.
This is
good
a
stuff.
Nico moment. Give it to us, Nico.
All right, so I started doing this writing process where I was like, well, I'm really into movies, like horror movies. So
Fuck yeah, brother.
Yeah, I'm a
Me too.
horror movie fanatic. So I'm like, I'm just gonna write music video
Luco,
or like
shut up.
songs, not even music videos, songs that capture like what a great theme for a movie would be, you know. And obviously witch stuff and plague stuff like that is huge right now. I mean, like Paranormal Activity. I mean, they had like a $10,000 budget and they ended up making millions and millions of dollars.
Bajillions of dollars.
Bajillions, yeah, enough to fund like 4 more. But anyways, we just me and Deontay grabbed I have like this huge like giant library of like I don't even know not thesauruses, just like encyclopedias of just like random facts all alphabetically, and we're like, oh, let's go to W witch. Let's like read up on witches. And we just like read up on there and we found like old scripture, like biblical stuff. And so we incorporated that with some of the lyrics. And then and then also some it's just a very witch themed song. And that's really, I don't know where to go.
So what's the
with
music
this.
video? What's the music video concept? Just kind of witch.
So actually, for a while, we had a friend of ours from high school that he came home from college, and he graduated for film school and doing audio stuff too. And he kept actually bugging us, hey, I want to shoot a music video for you guys. And we're like, okay, dude, whatever you want to do. And eventually, he just kept bugging us about it. That we finally yeah, fuck it. What do we got to lose? Let's just use this guy. Turns out he's a fucking genius.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even.
He's amazing.
Exaggerating.
It
He's
was
seriously
ama- it was
the guy with
amazing.
his visions and.
He's out in Hollywood
Honestly.
now, working where?
Next thing you know, he's like, oh, I'm gonna find us some locations and yada yada. And by a couple months in, just talking about it, we're renting out a U-Haul. We're renting out generators. This dude straight out built from scratch a gallows, straight out gallows for us to be able to actually hang our actor. And
How many people did you murder on the set of this music video?
just one, actually.
Yeah, just one.
Fucking genius.
But that was just one place. We spent hours just making this. We actually, for the first place, was in Rockford. We straight out.
We spent days,
We
not
spent
hours.
days in his mom's best friend's farm, sleeping in our cars and
In 30-degree weather,
30
literally
degree weather.
freezing.
My car broke
And
down.
shot the
during
music
that
video
time.
in the legit cold. Alex's girlfriend was the witch.
Yeah, she
and
volunteered.
had to jump in water with these 2 other guys.
Oh yeah. And it was
And had to get
freezing.
dragged in the water and beaten. Not really beaten, just acted. And she was drenched in 30 degree water.
Alex and his girlfriend are no longer together because they beat her.
No, she's here right now.
Yeah,
too.
she played
Did you give her heated blankets after this? and
Actually, I
everything?
started
How
my
do you-
car and I have heated seats, so when she was done, she was able to warm up and whatnot. She was an absolute trooper. There was supposed to be other people that played the witch too. It wasn't just supposed to be her, but everyone else bailed on us, and
It was too cold.
She
Everyone
followed,
gave up.
Yeah, she followed through with it. She wore this thin little dress. and she let my friends drag her through ponds in the middle of Rockford.
In the middle of winter, which is extremely
What
dangerous.
month? What month was it that you?
Maybe like April.
April.
Oh.
It was April.
Yeah, it was April. Beginning of April.
Yeah.
It was the
still cold though.
Super cold April.
Yeah,
though,
we had
like-
friends sleeping in tents, like I was saying. Like people just donated their times. Actually, the guy that designs all our clothes, it's called Entropy Threads. He actually designed all our wardrobes and prepared it for us to be on set wearing this stuff.
Yeah, right from Chicago.
Yeah, right from Chicago.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's
We'll
awesome.
definitely check out the Witch music video on the YouTubes. We'll post it on our Facebook page also. Why don't you guys go ahead and give a shout out to all your friends that have cycled in and
Yeah, look
out
at all these people.
from today.
You guys are beautiful.
Hey
I
guys,
love
thank you
all.
so much
Give
for
a shout out
coming
to-
to our podcast.
All right. Who's the lady with the green hair? Deontay?
That's my girlfriend.
What's her name?
Her name's Angela.
Angela. Who's sitting over here?
Love you, baby.
That's Gina, Megan, and Karina.
What
And
up?
the two
What
dudes.
up?
Hey, Gina's the witch.
Gina, the witch.
And who are the two dudes over there? Is there still two dudes over
Hayden
there?
was here.
Hayden was here,
And
and our buddy
Beefy.
Gonzo.
And then there was
Gonzo.
another couple that
Guy's
was
name
here
was
for a
Beefy?
while.
Yeah, we call him Beefy.
Chick with blonde hair and her.
Yeah, and then
Who are those people?
the two younger couple, that was Charlie. I actually coach him for gymnastics. He goes to York High School.
He skipped some sort of class to be here to say,
Yeah,
hey,
I think
what's
so.
up?
He's on a sketch comedy club, and I guess he I don't know if he left early or he got out, but he ended up coming through. So that's kind of
Fucking
cool.
saying what's up.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Well, the next track that I want to play, I know that it's not 100% done, but this is something that I want to thank John McKenna for, because John is now one of the newest members of our team as a writer. And when I was talking to him, he had wanted to talk to me about this idea that he was working on, trying to find a platform to release it. And it just so happens, with us being a part of the scene, that we decided that we were going to collaborate on this idea, and the Metal Experience was going to release it for him. So
I'm so confused. What are you even talking about?
well,
Yep.
if you let me fucking finish,
Never.
then you would know. So we have, he found the bands, but we are putting together with a bunch of metalcore bands a Post Malone cover album. The newest record was called Beer Bongs and Bentleys, and John's idea was to do breakdowns and Bentleys. So all the metalcore acts and so forth were going to do a Post Malone cover song in their own style. So some of the other bands that are going to be on this release is Capital Vices, Severed Ties, the Haley Con Effect, and confirmed to Speaking with Ghosts. There's a few more, I know that, but that's who so far John has told me. So we're going to release it. I'm pretty sure it's going to go up on a Bandcamp page once it's all complete, once we get all of the tracks in. But because there's a couple other bands coming on our show that are a part of this, then we've kind of decided to feature all the bands coming up when the tracks are done, and then we'll release it all through a Bandcamp of the whole album, of the cover album. But you guys did a track for this, which is awesome. So what song did you guys choose, and did you guys get to choose which song you wanted to do? How did John
we
work
had the
with you?
scraps. We had they were literally like 3 or 4 songs left, and one of them was like some interlude. It was like a minute like instrumental song. I was like, all right, I guess we could do something like that. And then the guys were like, no, let's do like a legit song. So we stumbled across Zach and Cody, and we haven't really jumped into this album that much. We didn't really know even about Zach and Cody. We just like blasted each song once, and we're like, oh, this one right here, this one, like impulsively just did it, and then like we committed to it, and then like a week or 2 later we're like, oh, why the fuck did we pick this song? Like, oh my god, like no.
That was a challenge for
we
sure.
were all like, oh
going to
fuck,
that
like why did
style.
we do this? And so we obviously we just recorded it and threw vocals on it, and we're like, all right, cool. And then we went back to it like a month later, and we're like, we got to change some shit up, and made it a little bit better. But yeah, the version that is about to play right now is, I think these next 2 songs actually, if we play the other one later, is all home recorded by us and mixed by Kip and Alex, and maybe even mastered. I think one of them, but I don't know if this one's gonna be mastered. But It's just all home recorded as of now, but we're hoping to get some finishing touches on these tracks soon.
Okay.
Sweet.
So this is a sneak preview.
I do
So
gotta say, I am extremely happy that we did pick Zach and Cody.
Oh,
As
yes.
crazy
Yeah.
as it
Yeah.
sounds, it's one of those songs on an album that actually aren't as famous, or probably the one you skip over. But for whatever reason, I feel like it really does connect with us as Deville, and it's what we're about.
Nice. All right. So here it is, the Post Malone cover song that Deville has done for Breakdowns and Bentleys. Upcoming release on the Metal Experience Bandcamp page. More details to follow. Here it is. The song is called
Zach and Cody.
Man, my life's so sweet, I feel like Cody. I wake up, rinse my mouth with fucking Cody. 30 bottles, yeah, the bill is on me. And living fast, no, I can't take it slowly. Man, my life's so sweet, I feel like Cody. I wake up, rinse my mouth with fucking Cody. We on a bender, we ain't getting no sleep. We turn the hotel lobby to a party. Yeah, we're gonna afford it, you're gonna be
sleeping tonight. We ain't sleeping away. Pour the drink cause we ain't sleeping tonight.
You're listening to the Metal Experience.
We've assembled a collection of bands who have drummers.
I do magic.
Oh, it's easy if you try, Dick. Now sit back and listen.
And we're back once again. Morgan Daniel with Luco Blaze and the guys in Deville getting ready to wrap up the night. But that was an awesome cover song that the guys have contributed to the upcoming compilation cover album of Breakdowns and Bentleys, the Post Malone album take for metalcore and deathcore bands that we have gotten together. Thanks to our writer John McKenna for putting that project together. So that's just a preview of what's to come for the other bands that are going to be a part of that awesome project. So we'll release more details soon. That's being worked, but submissions are coming in now. So we've got all the the stuff now to put up and post onto our Bandcamp coming soon. So get ready for that.
Fuck yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Butt fuck yeah.
No, not butt fuck yeah. No. All right. Well, just a few announcements before we get done with tonight. First, I want to give a shout out to all the people that I saw this weekend at the shows that I was at.
Oh, hey, shout out.
Yeah, shout out. Friday night, I was at Lake Moss to Flames, ran into my friends in Barrier Past. Some of the guys from Atlanta's Burning was there. And, of course, Qualia, who sold the tickets to us, they were fucking sick. And then on Sunday, I was also back at Bottom Lounge seeing Ginger and Devil Driver, and our friends in Tanza and Contra fucking killed it.
Wait, you went to 2 shows this weekend?
I did go to 2 shows this weekend.
What was
so
I
Contra
doing?
working and being a loser. Contra and
Sounds about
Tanza
right.
fucking killed it at Bottom Lounge. They definitely stole that show. And then I ran into Tim from Fool's Brew, hung out with Rob
Timmy.
I love
and
that guy.
Cody
D.
and Ricky from Extraction
guy.
Point.
Great man.
I'm trying to think of who else I ran into. Michael from Withering Soul was there, and just a ton of people. I saw so many people this weekend. It was so hard to keep track. So definitely want to give a shout out to all those awesome people. And then we did a bonus episode. I recorded. John McKenna joined me Sunday. We've got a bonus episode up on our website, metalexperience.com. We promoted Forever Death Fest, which is happening at the Beat Kitchen December 7th and 8th with a bunch of badass bands. It was an episode to promote the festival. We played all the bands that are on the festival. There's 4 Facebook video live videos that we did on our page, and then the episode is on the website in the media player and the past guest profile. So check all that out. There's still a lot going on, and so here are the announcements for this week.
Okay, what are they, Morgan?
Our friends in Winds of Plague are playing with Unearth and Fit for an Autopsy, along with Traitors and the Agony Scene, happening at the Forge out on November 17th. So hit up Winds of Plague if you're interested in buying tickets. They're cheaper off of the band if you support your locals.
Hell yeah.
Also on the 17th, our friends in Bloodletter, Beneath the Hollow, Central Disorder, Bloody Gulch, Trigana, and Chimera Factory. They're playing the House Cafe in DeKalb.
Morgan,
It's
say
$8
Bloody
advance
Gulch again.
and $10 at the door, all ages, for you to see
Say-
Bloody Gulch.
Bloody Gulch.
Bloody Gulch.
What's a gulch?
It's going to be your face
Siri,
if you keep
what's a
talking.
gulch?
Friday, November 30th, it's a free show. Shut up, Luco. Pushover is going to be playing at the Wheel with Dead Awake. And I don't know where the Wheel is. Oh, it's in South Beloit, Illinois. So check that out. More bands to be announced. Free show Friday, November 30th.
Hey, Morgan?
Yes.
Real quick.
No,
a
I don't want to
gulch
know.
Is
I
a
don't
deep
want to know.
V-shaped valley formed by erosion. Not as cool as
So
I thought
how
it
is
was
it
gonna
a
be.
bloody?
Bloody, I don't know.
So it must have been a
if you
war thing, post-war.
Fell into a gulch.
Anyway.
Fucking
if Luco wasn't
Steve, you fell
so
into the gulch.
Rude.
It's all bloody over there now. Bloody gulch.
Hey, you know how much fun the show was Sunday without your interruptions?
No, it's probably terrible. We
So
probably
much
had not
better
as much fun.
than what
get
you're
him another
doing now.
beer.
Yeah.
Let's not encourage that.
Yo, Jake Wellen!
Shut the fuck
I need a bag.
up. Matt Lunsford's 30th birthday bash is happening at Livewire Lounge this coming Friday with No Conviction, Crusadist, Central Disorder, and I have no idea.
Bloody
Is it
Gulch.
Reflection of Flesh. I think that's what that says. It's a show that starts at 9 p.m., $10 cover, and that's at, once again, Livewire Lounge. So check that out. Our friends in Synovio are playing at the Rock House with Endostalgia, El Famous, and Alethea this coming Friday as well. Check them out. That is Rock House in West Dundee.
Bloody Gulch.
No, not Bloody Gulch, anything. Saturday, November 17th. Nope. I said that already. Cannabis Corpse is coming into town December 10th, and our friends at Inner Decay are playing with Viscera and The Derangement. And I think you can hit up Inner Decay for tickets. Support your locals and get them first from
Cowardly,
them.
the
Cowardly Lion.
Courage.
That's right.
Courage, the Cowardly
Genotypic
Dog.
Guardsmen are looking for your votes that end November 30th for the Happy Headbangers 2018 Independent Band of the Year poll. Go to their Facebook pages to find the link, or on our previous posts on our Facebook page to find the link as well, so you can cast their vote. Yes, you can vote for both of them.
Can you vote for Bloody Gulch?
Yes, you can. By the thousands, they recently got signed to Stay Sick Records. Woo! They're going on
Yeah,
tour.
love that band.
Starting December 7th, they're going to be playing with
By the Thousands is
Terraform
sick.
and In Search of Solace. They'll be playing a few shows in December, so catch them if they're coming to your city. They will be playing in Chicago December 13th. Our friends in Victims are playing a show this coming Friday at the Reptile Palace in Oshkosh, Wisconsin with Immortalis.
Reptile Palace?
Reptile Palace.
I want to go to
Weeping
that place.
Wound and Deciphering the Zodiac.
With Bloody Gulch.
Our friends in Ornaco playing a show this coming Friday at the Legion in Matson, Illinois with
Why
I
are you
don't
look
even
so
know
confused?
what that says. For Army of War. I have no idea what the fuck. I don't even know. That's a weird font.
Didn't you type that up?
No, I didn't. Oppressed Affliction, Stairways, the Nick Scarpentio Band, and Gunning Like
Bloody Gulch.
I have no idea. I wish people would make their fonts more legible. But yes, find out more information on Oranaco's show on their Facebook page. It's called Ignite the Underground.
Okay.
Our friends in Portals and Alethea and Tonson are playing with Born of Osiris at Dirty Nelly's December 9th. You can get tickets off of them for cheaper. Support your locals. Once again, please buy tickets off of that. Also, November 16th, tons of shows happening this weekend. Venta Atmosphere, Chains Over Razors, Fool's Brew are playing Bedlam's debut album release, Back to Bedlam. So check that out. They're going to be at the Top Fuel Saloon. Also this Friday, Hive is opening up for Harm's Way, Hate Eternal, and Cannibal Corpse at Dirty Nelly's.
What day
Tickets
is that?
are low. This Friday, you're not available. You're not going.
I might go to that show.
Coyote Man.
That's fucking stacked.
Our friends in Coyote Man are playing The Beat Kitchen with Black Road and Green Jelly Black Wednesday, November 21st. Get tickets off them for cheaper. And Friendsgiving is happening November 21st at Cairo Ale House with Tony Fackley's Midwest Music Support, featuring our friends in Kadoosh.
Kadoosh?
Kadoosh.
Dude, I haven't seen those guys in forever.
Kadoosh. Bass drop. And don't forget, Tuesday, November 20th, Speaking with Ghosts are going to be playing at the Cobra Lounge with Lower Automation and Ghost Keg.
Wait, when is Kadoosh playing again?
Kadoosh. Friendsgiving, November 21st. It's Black Wednesday.
Like Wednesday.
All right. Well, that's all I got. Next week on our show, we're going to be welcoming back our friends in Vicious Attack.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And they have a brand new album ready to go.
Black
Firing out
Wednesday as in next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday. Kadoosh. So, yeah, that's what I got.
Check that out. I haven't seen those guys in forever.
Don't forget next Wednesday. Come out to Fifth Spear Keys. Hang out with us. We only got 5 more shows for the rest of 2018. So we'll always be at Fifth Spear Keys, whether in the back room or in the basement. We're hanging out about 8 p.m. till 10:30, 11, wherever the night takes us. However long it is, we record a show and it goes up on our website Wednesday mornings. Go to themetalexperience.com for reviews, interviews, post shows.
Post Malone shows.
We have a brand new Reviews from the Crypt posted this past week
Bloody
for
Gulch shows.
Barrier Pass Civil Disobedience.
Sounds like I think it's like a bloody vagina or something.
You're like a bloody vagina.
Like a gooch.
Like a
Like a
gooch.
gulch.
A bloody gulch.
Luco, shut your bloody gulch.
Shut your bloody vagina, Luco.
We've got one more track to play from the wonderful band Deville,
And
who I want to thank for coming out.
Thanks for coming on a school night. Before
thanks
we
for
head
having us.
off, again, where can everyone find everything that is Deville on the Information Superhighway
And
the
your shows
shows you
coming
guys
up.
have coming up?
Facebook is for sure, I think that's our most used social platform.
Do you still have the MySpace page?
No, we do not.
We should make a MySpace page.
I still have a personal one, but no, not one for the band. We have a Twitter that sometimes gets used.
Twitter.
Instagram, which is easy because it's linked up to Facebook. And then we have a website, deville.online.
Okay.
That people can look at stuff.
We're also on Spotify, in case everyone wants to, make it easy for themselves.
Yeah, but you really got to dig. There's a lot of different Devilles out there. DJ Deville.
I noticed that. So when you're looking for you and to tag you on Facebook, you have to type in, what did you do? Deville Chicago as your tag?
Yeah, Deville Chicago.
You got to type in DJ. Yo,
I don't know what
what's
that
up?
means,
This is
Luco, but that
DJ
is definitely not what
in the
we do.
house with Bloody Gulch.
Bloody Gulch.
Somebody's had one too many drinks tonight. I apologize for
haven't
his
had
terrible, terrible presence. All right, so the last track that we're gonna play tonight.
Show coming up. You guys.
Yes.
Show's coming
Yes,
up.
shows.
The December
Important.
show.
Yeah,
December
December
21st.
Yep. That's our next show, December 21st, over at Bottom Lounge with Veil Maya Victims.
I will be there thanks to you guys.
Nico looked at me like, "Is that our next show coming?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, you tell me."
Yeah, well, we were gonna do a late November one, but we felt like we needed to push this Veil Maya show as much as we could, so we didn't want people to be like, "Oh, I already saw them in November, so I don't have to go out to this
Smart.
Veil show." So we really wanted to make sure that this
Yes.
this show ended up being sold out.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, when you make sure when you follow us, you go ahead and you follow Entropy Threads, and you also follow Net Void, because that is our
Net
number one support.
Void?
Net Void and
What's Net
Entropy
Void?
Threads.
Net Void is
She does all our
Allison
media,
Bauer.
film, all our filming for a lot of our shows that we play at. She volunteers herself just to come out and shoot for us. And then Entropy Threads, he actually, it's a great friend of ours.
Just
He,
followed on Instagram.
There you go. Yeah, he designed all our merch, and he designs our CDs, and he does a lot more than that, too. So that's just a couple things they do for us.
Reach around HJs.
Well, 2018, right?
Wouldn't hurt to ask, right? You never know. And the last track that you guys brought with to play tonight, what is it? And what is it about?
It's fucked.
All right.
It's fucked? It's not good?
It's called
Why?
Fucked.
Oh, it's fucked. That's what you
That's
meant.
the name. Yeah, that's the name of the song.
F-U-K-T.
We actually just shot a music video for this a few weeks back. Yeah.
Ooh, and when does
So-
that come out? Or is it out?
We're actually still shooting different scenes for it currently.
Okay.
We have a shoot this Friday, and I think next Friday as well. And we're hoping to have it released before the end of the year. Actually, before the Veil Maya show, or maybe around the week before that show is probably our
Fuck
goal.
yeah.
But we'll see. Anything can happen.
So it's fucked with a Z at the end, right?
With a T.
F-U-K-T.
Fucked. That's what you were trying to call it?
No, it's just because bare bones is like bare bones with a Z at the end.
Yeah.
It's very important to get the Z in there.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. I know that you guys are close, so it's good to have some local boys in the house.
Yeah.
Now you can come out every week and hang
630.
out with us since you know
The
where we are.
630.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we know where you are.
That's like never a thing. No one comes on. They're like, "Yeah, the 630." It's like
Yeah. Dirty
whatever.
630.
Yeah. Dirty.
I heard that
30,
recently, and I was
630,
like, what the fuck?
That's-
I've never heard that.
that's
Now
like
I
a
just
s-
feel weird.
It's a skate park. I think it was like a
I
skate
was like,
park
this,
term.
this explains a lot about the people I hung out
You
with.
didn't hang out at Villa Park Skate Park. You didn't
Yeah.
say that.
I live right by
Dirty
the Villa Park
630,
skate
yeah.
park.
Luco,
you
don't
go.
tell people where you live. We are on
Let's
the
hang out.
radio.
Let's
hang
burn
out.
his house down.
All right. Well, here we go.
Thanks, dude.
Here is fucked by Deville.
It's
Last track of the
fucked.
night. Get ready for your ears
To get
to,
fucked.
To get
fucked.
fucked. To get fucked. To
Good
get
night.
bloody gulched.
no, not bloody gulched. Get fucked.
Every orifice.
What a
much blood.
terrible outro.